Both RKLB and ASTS have shot up so much in the build up to the SpaceX IPO, and on the day they are both down 10 to 15%. Was this run up justified, or are they now at better valuations? I'll be revealing what my plans are with my RKLB and ASTS positions, and whether I'll be selling or doubling down for the future. I am the vulnerable investor, so let's get into the video. So let's start off by looking at the numbers for SpaceX. This is the largest IPO in history. It went public initially at about $1.75 trillion, and they raised about 75 billion in cash. This has overtaken Saudi Aramco and it is now the biggest IPO in history. The initial IPO share price was $135, but as it went public on Friday, it opened at $150 and I think it closed around 170. There's a lot of volatility around SpaceX, and this is because SpaceX is, this has taken Elon Musk to become the first trillionaire. There's a lot of noise and a lot of stuff around SpaceX just because of how big a company it currently is and the future potential of how big it can become in the future. It did open with about 30% of shares open to retail investors, and this is a lot more compared to the normal 10%. This could be SpaceX wanted that public angle, or could this be the catalyst that causes a crash in the market going into 2027? So why does this matter to me specifically? And that's because I own two space companies, which is RKLB, stock ticker RKLB, and then AST SpaceMobile, stock ticker ASTS. So when the biggest company in the space sector, which is SpaceX, goes public, this makes you think about your holdings, the smaller companies being RKLB and ASTS, what happens to them? With the build up to the IPO, a lot of people are saying that these two companies are going to be re-rated, and in my portfolio I've seen massive moves. I think RKLB I was up about 150%, ASTS I was up like 80%. But on Friday, when it finally IPO'd, they both dropped about 15%. A big drop, and what happens in the future, I don't know. They could keep going down, they could keep going up. But that's what this video is about. I'm going to break it down, and I'll show you what my future plan is for RKLB and ASTS with the SpaceX IPO that has now gone live. So a quick overview into what SpaceX is. It is basically three businesses wrapped in one. So the main thing that SpaceX is known about are the rockets, the Falcon 9, the Starship. This is a thing that everybody sees when they take off their rockets. They've got contracts with NASA. They are mainly known for going out into space with the heavy lift launch vehicles. The next up is satellite internet. The main product there is Starlink. This is where most of the revenues come from, like that $20 billion last year. For a company going public at 1.75 trillion, that's not much, 20 billion in a year. But for the SpaceX, again, it's the potential around them. People are investing in SpaceX for that future potential. They got over 10 million subscribers for Starlink, and this is currently the biggest revenue growth driver. And then we have Grok and AI. Grok is, built into Twitter. It's not one of the best AI models, but it's still important in what SpaceX offers, especially if they do end up merging with Tesla. If they do make their robots, how this AI could be the brains for that. And then there's AI data centers, how that will all integrate with SpaceX. SpaceX has so much compute available. I think they have got massive deals with Google, which I think is $1 billion a month, and Anthropic. They use SpaceX's data to then power the AI models for Google for Anthropic. This is because SpaceX has such, again, a strong diversification. If they do merge with Tesla, that vertical integration will be so important for SpaceX for future growth. So 1.75 trillion, is it a lot? Is it reasonable? Morningstar values them about 780 billion. That's about half of the current valuation of SpaceX. If you go around and ask people what they think about the SpaceX IPO, they will say it's overvalued. So looking at this valuation, you got companies like Amazon, like Meta, like Google. They are bringing in strong revenue through cash flow. These have billions of dollars, hundreds of billion dollars that they are making every single quarter, every single year. Then you look at SpaceX, only 20 billion last year in revenue. It's still a lot, don't get me wrong, but going public at this valuation, it does seem quite excessive, and this is important to take into account. They will likely be fast-tracked into getting into the S&P 500 and into the Nasdaq, but that's just because of once again, the potential that comes with SpaceX. It will be interesting to see what sort of numbers they put up now in every single quarter because they're public. We're going to see how they're performing and the growth. That's the most important thing for SpaceX, the growth. And then there's the looming headwind of, are they going to merge with Tesla? Because again, that makes SpaceX a lot more attractive. So my first holding is RKLB. I prefer this holding over ASTS just because I prefer the company more. At $65 billion market cap, you can see it's much lower than SpaceX. With a record quarter with revenue of about $200 million, up 63% year over year. a backlog that's already been booked of 2.2 billion, and over 50 successful launches, and in a single quarter they signed 31 new contracts, more than they did in the whole last previous year. But the real story, the thing that the share price is really betting on, is the rocket Neutron. It is their first big reusable medium lift rocket, and it carries about 40 times what the current rocket can carry. First launch is targeted by the end of 2026, and if it works, this makes Rocket Lab a completely different company. It is a big catalyst for Rocket Lab. But if it slips, then this step back, the stock will feel it, it will drop. And with SpaceX now finally public, this isn't the best thing for Rocket Lab to have setbacks, because I think it will be an even bigger drawback. A little tailwind is that Rocket Lab itself is being added to the Nasdaq 100 that was only announced this week. So it does get some of that forced index buying too from that. The next up we have AST SpaceMobile, stock ticker ASTS. So what ASTS basically does is they have the satellites that act like a floating mobile phone mast. No dish, no special kit, they just float around in space, and they have loads of contracts with loads of these internet providers, and all our phones connect to them in space. That's the dream, just having no more signal worries on Earth because it will all connect in space. And for a very young company, they're already well funded and backed with about 3.5 billion in cash, over $1.2 billion of contract revenue lined up, and a big FCC approval deal to run this commercially with AT&T and Verizon Airwaves in the US. But here's the flip side with ASTS. The revenue is still very small, about 70 million last year, and the last quarter they missed expectations very badly and they dropped. They burned through a lot of their money very hard, and they even lost one of the satellite launches recently, which again brought the stock down quite a lot. This is a proper high risk, high reward company when you compare it to Rocket Lab. This is why I do prefer Rocket Lab. I do think it's a bit of a stronger company, but you could argue that there's more potential and more upside with ASTS. But both space companies going into the next couple of years, I don't think you can go wrong with. But how are these two companies actually competitors to each other? So everyone assumes ASTS, SpaceX, and Rocket Lab are all fighting over the same pie, but it is really different. SpaceX has a lot of contract with the government, like with NASA. They also do help with ASTS, taking their satellites into orbit. SpaceX is the bigger proxy. It is the leader in the space sector, whereas Rocket Lab is mostly known for their medium lift body rockets like Neutron. But there is a couple of overlaps. Rocket Lab's Neutron will compete with SpaceX Falcon 9 for the medium-sized launches, and then Starlink is also directly linked to ASTS's satellites. So there's a lot of crossover, but it's not like Pepsi and Cola where you have two completely of the same business models. So clearly SpaceX is the bigger of the space names, and then you have Rocket Lab, you have ASTS, you have a couple more. They operate in the same bucket and they've had massive run-ups, but as we can see there's some crossover, but most of it is they're competing within the same sector. And because the space sector is so big, it's so hard to put a number on this TAM, the total addressable market, just because of how much potential there is with it being satellites, with it being rockets, with AI data centers in space. You know, there's so much that can happen with the space sector, which is why it's so hard to value it properly. But here's a risk that I'm looking out for. This is what I'm waiting on. These space companies have run very hot into this IPO. There's a lot of hype and a lot of FOMO. SpaceX has just gone public, as I mentioned, and you can see the run up. If it does keep going from 170 to 180, 200, 250, I don't think it's wise to be scared and think, oh, I should buy it now because I don't want to miss out. I can see this pulling back. And that could just be in the next couple of months. It could be in a year. I do think the space sector will have a pullback just because this IPO, as we said before, valuation is very expensive. And that's where my main moves will be made. I will either be doubling down more into Rocket Lab. Here I could actually be buying into SpaceX depending on the valuation, the price. Because long term I do see a lot of upside with the space sector. And if SpaceX is the best company in the space sector, you know, naturally I want to be, that's the one that I want to own. So what's my plan? So what will I be doing with my two space sectors after this IPO? So first up is ASTS. My plan is to sell, especially at these levels. I am down quite some bit. I might hold it for a week, see what happens. But in terms of Rocket Lab and ASTS, I'd rather sell out of ASTS. I think it is a lot more volatile than Rocket Lab, but equally they are both volatile. And then next up is Rocket Lab. I'm up more on Rocket Lab right now, more profit. Part of me does want to hold Rocket Lab just because I do like the company. But part of me does want to sell just because if I am anticipating that pullback, that's when I'll get in. I am typically a long-term investor, which is why I want to hold these space companies. But the mature thing to do is keep my Rocket Lab position, and then DCA if we do go down and build a nice chunky position in my portfolio. And as I mentioned, I do expect a pullback, but I don't know when this could be. It could be in the next month, it could be in the next 6 months, in the next year, next 2 years. A lot of these IPOs for these big, massive companies, they do normally run up in the first couple of days and weeks. So we're gonna have to see what happens. But I think this market is different. I don't expect many rate cuts in the US, for example. There's a lot of geopolitical uncertainty with Iran. You just don't know what's gonna happen with Trump. So that's something to look out for. And then the pullback, this will be my buying opportunity. Even if it's not a massive pullback, any slight pullback or any single sell-off in the market, and this could be next year when something else happens inevitably with Trump, that's when I'll be looking to buy in. It's now that it's gone public, it's definitely on my radar, and that is because I want that space exposure. I want Rocket Lab is my preferred trade in this, but I'm also looking into SpaceX. It is definitely on my watch list, and if it does reach a sensible price, that's when I'll be likely starting a position. Out of the three, I think ASTS is at the bottom. Of course, I am down 15% just yesterday. Hopefully, it will be able to go up a bit more, and I will get some more profit. But if I sell both of them today, I am still in the green, which I'm still technically happy with. But let me show you why I actually prefer Rocket Lab over ASTS. So on revenue, it's not really close. Rocket Lab did 200 million in a single quarter, whereas ASTS did about 70 million in the whole year last year. On the path to making money, Rocket Lab has real repeat launch income coming in today, whereas ASTS is still a long way from profit. It is unprofitable right now. So the big catalyst again for Rocket Lab is Project Neutron, which is next year. This could be the next big thing for Rocket Lab, and it's another reason why I want to hold Rocket Lab. ASTS has a whole constellation of satellites, which takes years. I think they had a plan for about 40 this year. Whether they do go along and achieve that, we're going to have to see. They have messed up recently, which took the stock down, I think, about 10% on the day. But to be fair to ASTS, they have a massive pile of cash. This could be good for acquisitions in the future, but it depends what they do with the money. If they make good investments, again, it would boost ASTS. We're going to have to see if they are clever with that money. But for me, it comes down to this. ASTS has a bigger dream, but Rocket Lab has the momentum and a catalyst I can actually see from here. That is why I see Rocket Lab as a strong hold in my portfolio right now. And then a fair way to value this is that Wall Street analysts have ASTS valued lower than it is right now. It is saying that it is overvalued. Whether to go off this for a high beta stock, that's open to interpretation. But both these names have run quite a lot, and ASTS is arguably less worth that run up. So the bull case. So let's zoom out and actually look at the whole space sector as a whole. The current SpaceX IPO has opened a lot of doors for people to look into the space sector to see what sort of things not just SpaceX can do, but the other companies like Rocket Lab and ASTS, these satellites, these rockets. It opens so many opportunities for people to come in. This could be retail, it could be fund investors. All these people are going to be pouring billions, trillions into the market. And a lot of this now, especially in the next couple of weeks, will be focused around space sector, which is a big reason why Rocket Lab and ASTS have gone up a lot recently. But taking this into account, now the big dog is here. SpaceX has finally gone public. Will this take away from Rocket Lab and ASTS in the future? I think that they both have to be able to put up the growth, have to meet the targets, have to have successful launches, and that's the only way I can see them keeping up this growth. But we have a bear case, and if the price catches up to these extreme valuations, if these companies have had such massive run-ups that the pullback could, you could argue that is fair. Did they deserve 50, 100% run-ups in these last couple of months just because of the IPO? Yes, they are much cheaper than SpaceX, but do they deserve it? And like ASTS is currently a lot overvalued, so it does seem fair for this pullback. It just depends again what they will do in the future. They're burning a lot of money trying to become the next big thing, the next big space proxy. Could this be the next thing after these semiconductors, after these AI data centers? Could space be the next big thing? And with this SpaceX finally going public, is the hype finally going to go away? Are we going to start looking into Anthropic and OpenAI when they go public? There's other things around the corner. It just depends on if people still care about space or if it just begins to die out. And the SpaceX itself, this is a massive bear case in terms of my holdings in Rocket Lab and ASTS. With SpaceX going public, it takes all the attention towards them, all the capital is going towards them. People have been selling out of, these big Mac 7 names like Nvidia, Google, just to put money into SpaceX. So of course it's going to take away from these smaller, high beta, massive growth stocks like Rocket Lab and ASTS. So I've gone through my plan. what I'm going to be doing with my holdings of RKLB and ASTS. I do prefer RKLB, and as the days go on, my initial plan was to sell them both, but I do really like RKLB and I want to hold it. What my plan is to sell ASTS with decent profit, and then if we do see a pullback in the next couple of weeks in the near term, I might double down on my RKLB position. But if in the next couple of weeks I'm up and everything is running up, I might sell out RKLB as well and lock in that gain. And hopefully, if we do see a pullback, I'll be looking to create a strong position in my Train 212 portfolio with RKLB, and I will also be looking at SpaceX. This is my plan for my portfolio, and it's not a recommendation to you. So this is not financial advice, and always do your own research. This is my plan. This is what I'm going to be doing. Let me know in the comments below if you do own RKLB and ASTS, and if you're going to be buying into the SpaceX IPO. So thank you for watching the video, and I'll catch you in the next one.